From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touch. Will come out to the 25. Jameis now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Winston. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're going to get this down about the 37. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come.
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4-4. Might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dwayne Washington taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational? It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Mahomes now to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football. On first, here's Washington. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 11-0 our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Again, it's Kamara. And some space here. The 20. 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
3rd down. As a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle, and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel getting into the backfield and stopping him in his tracks. On 2nd down, Washington. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 3rd down, Winston. That's out to Hill, right side complete. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
At their own 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Washington. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll try to throw now. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Winston. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, 27 yards. And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it,